second and long. Leaves it with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trying to do it on the ground. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone, on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A strike downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field of play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get...
There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go. QB draw. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Marion. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Makes the catch. It's Lyle. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. They've got a first down here to open the period. Scanning the field, it's Chadwick. Makes the catch. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw again. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. They get to the line quickly. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Still looking, on the move. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to 27. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And the Canes will have it first and 10. Using his legs and sprinkle. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Canes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Off play action. Using his legs to buy some time. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He might want another play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Wow, look at this. You could take the lead with a chip shot field goal here. Instead, they'll try to finish this drive with a touchdown. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. Quick step and go.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window if the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
This one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tate. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going right to work up top. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he's got some space. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Here's the handoff. Finds some fresh air. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
That's caught. It's Tate. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires downfield. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Open this drive from their own 42-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Under fire. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Miami. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And I think it's pretty clear. They went into the half and said, we're getting the ball and we're going to be aggressive. And how about the aggressive shot down the field, play one of the second half to start it, and he goes all the way to the end zone. That is how you start a half fast.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Tate. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Fires on the move. Got it in the middle, it's Tate. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got him downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And the Buckeyes need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
Looking for room. It's Fletcher. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One final play before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Snagged out of the air. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter. So first down will open up the final period. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eye.
That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at touchdown Cage. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Just one moment and all of a sudden. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Try the run. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. DB's right up on the receivers. Here's a hit. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Punt is on its way. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Going to the running game. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll immediately call timeout. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Get it out on the screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gain.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play.
It's a running room. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
3rd down and inches. Everyone in the stadium knows they're going to be physical, and they're going to run the football, but they still executed a good level. Not only picking up the first down, chewing up more yardage to make this.
Picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
It's complete. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Finds his big tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. I'll tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
He'll bring it out. And the ball is loose on the return. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer. And that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's loose. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
There's an example of what happens when a quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that...
Wide open spaces. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him. Put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Miller with the ball. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Now on the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown time! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Klubnik. Forced out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Gets the first himself. There he goes. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Got his man downfield. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he walks in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking to throw, it's Russell. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. He makes a catch. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
tell you what, they need some push up front, too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Backs looking for the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Clemson. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic. And this guy is having himself a day.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Touch pass on the run. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see... Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Nittany Lions will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll run this play from the pistol. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Oh, he's going to go up top. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on first down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the
sample
offense isn't
over.
able to
Fill
work
out.
on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing this second.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Spits it out to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Haynes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
This running back is a weapon. And not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Off play action on first down. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Clemson jumps to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On the move, it's Haynes. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Now when you've got a running back like that, he just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Caught in the backfield, it's Reynolds. Turning on the Jets. Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hand off from the shotgun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. After the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Deep shot for the end zone.
Yeah.
And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Defense in press coverage. Back to throw. It's Allard. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job. Man, you've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going up top, working the middle. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. Wants to keep it in the air. Flips it out on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. To throw, it's Allard. Pressure coming. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Caught over the middle, it's Pena. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. The offense changing the play. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. That's caught. It's Haynes. Open space at the 25. And the tackle was made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Going to try to get it himself. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
That's how you earn your first down the hard way. Really good job by the QB dropping back to pass, scrambling, getting the first down, but taking a big shot at the end.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Quick completion on the out. Oh, out of space. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
This quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Tiger! Fit it in the window for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Aller. Oh, they're after him. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start.
Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
No matter how great you are at the quarterback position, it's hard to overcome bad habits. And if you're going to drift when you throw the football, that's a bad habit, and it's still hard to be accurate with the football.
On 3rd down, going up top. Moves away as he feels pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just enough time to get off one final play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it down the left. Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half.
Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it out. It's random. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Coming out aggressively. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's the pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first 2 plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense, and I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Hook off on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Bringing it back. And he goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. Smokey the Cannon not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Randall. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Williams. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Turning it on! Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Sends it downfield. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson, in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside and Clemson as much as anybody. They're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make plays.
A shot toward the end zone, and they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but...
Let's it fly deep downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Give to the back. He's knocked down for a loss of 7. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
And the defense had that one sniffed out from the start. But look at this. The offense back on the ball, going with some tempo. This defense has got to communicate fast and get around it.
Good, solid tackle.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the quarter. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They'll run play action. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. It's brought downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Really good job on that pass. I know Texas has placed a lot of people about QBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
And the Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
Well, the offense turns it over. Talking to the coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decisions by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Oh, he wants it all. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. Might be changing the route. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. It's late in the half. You want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Trying play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab at the 30. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a first and goal. Looking to throw. Rushes on him. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Well, they didn't. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia, and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. To the air, it's Stockton. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, a little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
Touchdown, Miami! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of a great field position.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Branch. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Grabbed over the middle, it's White. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down.
The Dogs will move the sticks.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Frazier. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Under fire. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
This could be a major turning point in this game. Going for it inside their own 40. Under fire. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Hit as he throws. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And what it...
Miss Carson Beck bounce. Oh, shit. Wham. Bam. Oh, thank you, man. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 18.
Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Rhys Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Marion. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Scanning the field, it's Chadwick. Throws to the wideout. Got his man! And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Hurricanes want to move quickly.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up with tempo. They're ready to do it again.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Hurricane! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Spanny tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. That gamble did not pay off as they bring it down at the 12-yard line. Keeps it on the draw. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Grab behind the line. It's Smith. It's a seam wide open. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
At the 40, there he goes. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Well, they're showing run to the left. They're trying to go bootleg back to the right, but you're seeing the speed defensively, sideline to sideline. They do such a good job in pursuit. It's going to be hard for this offense, I think, to use their speed in the misdirection game going to the perimeter.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And wide receivers are doing this more and more in college football. You see them motion and shift all over the place. They give them the football a lot. Sometimes they use them as a decoy, but nice and positive game. But more importantly, defense understanding they're ready for it. Good stop.
Here's a heat. Pulls it in. It's Bennett. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's going to take off. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And after success like that on the bootleg, that's going to change the way the defense plays now. Every single time from here on out, when the quarterback hands it off, they're going to have to leave a defender, a defensive end, or a linebacker outside just in case he decides to keep it. It's a positive play offensively, but it also now changes the way this defense...
There he goes! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Gamecocks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's a reverse. And the defense not fooled at all as they stop this play at the line.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Men don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. offense is in an interesting situation.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Lets it go to the end zone.
Fuck, who's fucking gonna stop fucking cheating?
South Carolina.
Anything to
And the
keep the
passing
fucking
game
game.
comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second
Fucking
half.
trash.
An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Here comes the heat. And he's going to be sacked. And this defense preserves the lead, and the offense is still down by 1. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Back to throw, it's Chadwick. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Trying to take it back. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. On the run, fires downfield. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover, you get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Had to throw it before he wanted.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps...
Headed to the end zone. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
These third downs, man, they're critical down in distances. When you have mobile quarterbacks, it's just so great to know that, one, they can get it throwing it for your offense, but two, if it's not there, they can take off and scramble and generate big plays as well. This guy now, because of his athleticism, he's got the offense knocking on the door inside the opponent's 10-yard.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Makes the grab for the 2. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Turns it on in midfield.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning, and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
They'll open the second half on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Lining up to convert third down. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
How about the tight end using his size to his advantage? He's a massive target. Does a nice job securing the catch. And then you see his ability once he has the football in his hands.
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. Running to Green. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I love the bootleg right away out of the quarterback. Why? Get him outside the pocket now. When he's that dynamic, that fast, you get him out there quick, you get him in space. Now you got to bring this athlete to the ground with an option to pass the football. Really, really hard on defense.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get him under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Time to dial something up for this third down play. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive, or do you protect and play a little more? Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting a run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Trying to get behind the defense. It's caught. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. It just seems to...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Fuck on.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big time mistake. This one might cost him.
On the direct snap, it's Brown. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Gamecocks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Off play action. Escapes the sack. Buying some time. Still looking. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the returner will be brought down. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Dropping back, it's back. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete. And I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. 4th down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
4th down, gotta have it here. unloads to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, South Carolina.
It'll be third and long. Now they'll try the right side. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sport.
Over here, I'm finna nail somebody on these pool in this pool in a minute. Ten rooms, 10 bathrooms. Oh, so I forgot Joe was in. I was finna make a video. Yeah. You forgot Kevin what? What you mean? Oh, he went? Oh, I thought my wife drove. Oh, I ain't finna be throwing stuff at the room.
The Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant Stadium. As we see the number 17 in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Randall. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Haynes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wideout, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Wants to fire on second down. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'm a huge fan of offensive aggressiveness to start a football game. I think the defense is getting settled in. They play up a little bit. They play a little bit more aggressive. They got more emotion, and the offense takes advantage. Nice big play over the top. Stay aggressive, offense.
Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business. First and goal. Going up top again. Gets rid of it. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The give is to Miller. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready.
Lost one deep down the right side.
Go get the
He
fuck
is
out of
lucky
here.
to get that one back, and the last thing you
Also sitting here
want is to
fucking
turn it over on your opening drive.
already.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Going up top. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on third down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Finds a man on the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Looking to scramble. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Got it behind the line. It's Williams. And that one did not work. Clemson is quick to the line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might be calling a hot route. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Bro, I swear.
And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Touchdown.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Touchdown all day long.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Might be looking to run. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I don't feel keeping you in this game.
So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Horton. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The play action fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those
looking deep. Intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down 42.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Klubnik. Pressure coming.
Why would you stop, bro?
Didn't pick up a lot.
Game will give me all time, bro. Stupid ass animation.
Tigers will hustle for the line. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the right. It's caught. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Gets the back moving. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure.
Throws for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Klubnik. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it along the sideline. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Quarterback now breaking the field. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes that Alabama offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going into halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Clemson jumps to the line. They think there's room to run to the right here. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Here's the pressure. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. A little screen to the running back. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys. The ball's bound to pop out occasionally. And you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Hands it off. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of the guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Looking to pass. It's Mack. That's caught. It's Horton. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
He's got an open man. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This Clemson defense has been something across the entire game. Old school lockdown.
I mean, unbelievable. Shutting down everything you want to do. Shutting down the run. Shutting down the pass. This defense has been lights out. We've seen a lot of great defensive performances from the Clemson Tigers. This is right up there with the best of them.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Back to throw. It's Mack. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. They'll send the back in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Hey, great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Did you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. They'll try to pound their way in. He gets it into the end zone, and the 2-point try is good, and the late gamble pays off by giving them the lead. He'll bring it out. It's Randall. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. To start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Offense changing the play. He'll start this drive firing. He's taking the deep shot. Makes the catch on the left. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot, and that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
To throw, it's Klubnik. Release to the back. Grab near the marker, it's Randall. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion, you really got to think about this if you're the offensive coordinator. Now, you're already in field goal position. You're already in a spot where you can kick a field goal and just win this game. So with the play calling, you want to think about running the ball, bleeding the clock, using timeouts. If you are going to throw it, they've got to be high percentage throws. You cannot take sacks, and you absolutely cannot turn the ball over.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout called by the offense, clock stopped with 21 seconds left. he'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Snags it. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
Makes the catch. A two-point conversion is good.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game.
This is
said, man, don't bring that shit from Florida.
Oh, this ain't no regular stick.
They said, man, don't bring that shit from Florida.
Oh, this ain't no regular stick.
They said, man, don't bring that shit from Florida.
How we do tonight?
How we doing?
How we doing? Well, let me tell you that real quick. What we do?
1 country, 2 countries, 3 countries, 4 countries, 5 countries, 6 countries, 7 countries, 800, 900, 1,000.
1,000. Make sure I kill. How we do tonight?
How we doing?
My credit is it's hard to hold me to take on and take on. So it's hard to hold me to take on and take on.
Beach delay is not.
Table full of G unit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh gosh, all right, this is not gonna go through. You know what I'm saying? And I started laughing, coming. He cracked a smile, and I was like, man, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Will you, old lady, man, do me a favor, man. Apologize for it, Ashanti, I'm sorry. Table full of G unit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh gosh, all right, this is not gonna go through. You know what I'm saying? And I started laughing, coming. He cracked a smile, and I was like, man, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Will you, old lady, man, do me a favor, man. Apologize for it, Ashanti, I'm sorry. Table full of G unit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh gosh, all right, this is not gonna go through. You know what I'm saying? And I started laughing, coming. He cracked a smile, and I was like, man, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Will you, old lady, man, do me a favor, man. Apologize for it,
Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. Coming out with it, it's random. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. Bringing the heat. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get it. He's going to fire deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end, but you just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes the grab inside the 30. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it first and 10, threatening inside the 30. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Gonna look downfield again. A shot toward the end zone. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Now he's going to break the pocket. He just wisely got rid of that. And the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
On the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down a short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick.
First quarter, first first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
The Longhorns are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Good timing on the quick out. They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Well, that's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Finds a tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage.
To running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Running into the open space.